Ujampani force kasabi efie echiri eni abofono nanso sese de efie bi wo hono ma echiri ewa abofono pa ya enyasam keto watene kurase da ana kabanche achewa utimi say yes wa fie wie kurampo no na wobo esa fono wa echere se wo say nya fofora wo befe edi entra mebusa be kase we otumfo ba TV plus ebusia ensama ekọ court na ne akoniaba enen se wo chena se na enam so kurampo ema Kumasi High Court Judge Mrs. Dorinda Smith Atta etimi draw case no draw say ema mienu obi amedi kuna no ebusia so obekaya maame no ebo marriage certificate ya omudi free Germany sama Akosua Serwaa marriage certificate with that the lumba no oboguye na eno ana afene munchire mu ankasa aba beto abonten na die ntina aba woni se maame ne ba aba no ebusia allegedly yase maame no ese faale nkrata afofora ene wo se ko appeal ewo enkranpomponi mantema wo hwe se atentere ne beba ede amano eno ena ebusia ene kokobobi eba echichire mu die ntia first court a omokoye Kumasi appeal court wonum mama me ne di entwo no omochichire mu di abo maame Akosua Serwaa kokose se wo se kobium dia ene o make sure se wode ne papers ne bibia no obema na ye intact na afi ne lawyer nso obefa no one lawyer no eni nsa wo so yi pa ntesa maame ne be se di entwo bium abusan yankodi nse unchire mu ne afofora kan ho mde sisi
the woman. That is how as a man you should feel. I feel for the woman because you are not being truthful to yourselves at all. At all. Young girl your friend is saying obi marital home. Okoye and yes okoye na nipa ko ne ware. Wakwa to the sense we come nipa no wife picture on the hall. At that age, okoye first day na we wa dia tie no so no after a year we who say many pictures e wo bobo. You are not asking yourself all these questions. Daddy Lumba was a liar. Mommy be making statement be say Daddy Lumba could not, he wasn't that person to handle himself well when it comes to, women. It is true. And it's true. Because when Akosua Serwaa about bra, when you see him die, why you say, you've contributed, your friend is saying, to each other's, how do you call it? Lincoln riches or whatever. Now say, afraid they sebi. Also, Bagana. Now, wabe sound when you're here. That's what Wakofa Oba Fufua. What are you saying? Yambo say Mawana. Yambo say, oh yeah, Bama. You have to. Your friend said condemn what Daddy Lumba did. What I said, Nagana Naka say, Nipawa yanka chia say Nipawa. Nipawa we wuna oko no problem awa we create wo echie no yanka. Nipawa we wuna oko no problem awa we create no. Iti ama yanka na. Problem are avoidable problems. See, this problem could be avoided. Pema mini bi mo e na ni say oni maame no asensa nkrata. Madam, sisi an say na me hwe no yentumi ntina biem. Ebia wo age ni me pese me kofa small girl bi na me ne eno kwa na at the end of the day no ayenti ase na me na ka say okay and the properties are ye be free no enya no and the yente for the fa na fa me fam the fa ma me kwa we sue for bigamy. Once you are alive ma me kwa sue for bigamy. What you say you didn't do that for your own selfish reasons now one case how him say ebia your days are numbered into wo dey ukwa dey be si no and you will cheer. How selfish can you be? Me there, I don't believe in sir. Your friend is saying say me pay why you can't cheer. Me pay why you can't cheer. Me no problem I will create here no. It's a big problem. Look at history. I get we asset it. You chimba mu na baba beti. Look at the damage.
You can't cheer so you can't tribute.
Look at the damage. What you say? Look at the damage. Wow, can say you can't tribute, How many times you won't say you can't be tribute, yaka is somebody about the person?
I'm supporting you, say you can't connect I'm supporting you, say you can't connect you can't tribute.
Thank you. What you say? So, to me, what Daddy Lumba did It was so bad, and at this time I hear Kasai, senior say in Kofu Homes Square, Obi Wawa, na problem be any ho. Problem be any they were going on perfectly. The BI is smooth, Obia respect each other, they trust each other. Then you look at case way, Eba ya, Pebemana, Dani Koshini by force. Because of that, the Lumba. You think that is just a light weight problem that we are solving? So your Bemana say, oh, Ebiana, oh, come on, Dobronia. I'm not sure, say, why. I'm not sure. You ever come, some Bemana, Mukika, say, no, worry. They are dating and living and dating and living and dating and living. What I say? And dating and living. And chasing people's wives, excuse me to say, they don't know the huge impact that this thing is going to have on Ian Bema. What I say? So it is very bad. Mammy, one day here now, because of the year now, sebi, about the ma send your friend saying, about to have a pain the last respect. Even in all ways, even spiritually, I call the papa about the book or no one personal in common. And so papa never see na is now domina already have two caskets mono. What a disrespect. I'm going on why I'm bonkomo. It's not Akosua Serwaa Okocha your friend is saying casket no wa. Look at the relationship between these two people. Just consider the relationship between one Okase Mame na Mba consider the relationship between these two people. Let me say, hey, now does the woman deserve not to see the body before it is buried? Have you asked yourself? Have you asked yourself that question? Say that relationship now, Mamino, only that the Lumba one. If you how do deserve it? Say they won't let her see the body before they bury the body. I don't want to bury it. I want to bury the same thing. The young fellow say, "Oh no, Papa Puenya, asem now no Papa nkasa, now Papa film, now I koye, now we shall say, oh my Papa." I said, the national football, mute now. You are not speaking the truth. You are not putting yourself in the woman's shoes. Oh, Namu, Obia Soya, no, Kadioka, Obia Soya, no, or Kadioka. Oh, and it's not fair. Especially in Berman on WhatsApp platform, this now. Omoka say, now, Akosua Serwaa, into one Casa Mamina Casanano, or Bagana Clano, who lighted than it is. Are you know, Mammy, no baby, and you lumba the woo your crack, and you crap for me, didn't say lumba for ye. But the circumstances around my men with Tini Dina, Mr. I mean, steady by nation. So, kind of crap now, you should see the light.
To be a man may boom quasia into Mamma money now. Mumma money now, and you'll be my Miss Serwaa case in tea, because case we try will be so dear by you the same case. So the law doesn't work like that. Well, it's fine. But no law no na make catch no. Minim law na. O beka ofra no beka law no. Why? Ofra no beka law no. Law no na make catch no. So we non lawyer na we need legal mind bia na. Na o chwe same we are. Well, it's fine. But then we should also tread cautiously as society say.
Mama focus ko. Kan wa say why? Menti won.
Yeah. Society no say obi no obi tena ware mu no omunsem no enye so that Lumba ye public figure ne nsem kra no that Lumba no nka ne nsem ena sabi maame na wa maame na mba out na obi anim say that Lumba ye ni wa odenyuma odena bonyum over 30 years no obi anim say na yiri ni e wo bi na ewie bi say obi oba out ena obeka say na Ghana for epise omo kire na we nim dia ya sapon yire eba out no dey see ye entin ka that Lumba on pekasa na yire tiabontin egu nanum ase na Ghana for pe na sebi one ne yira wale no wale ma Ghana for na one ne ware ena sa wonu obi tena na sa wonye no ho ade anase nipa no ware under ordinance one ne tena 500 years on enya ware nipa na ware under ordinance na sa one ne tena 1,000 years o emma 1 billion enya ware awale bia obi a wawale under ordinance bia be kwa contract sa aware ni bia na awale no law mu ne friend null and void awale ni existed in the face of the law exist. It moment to yahoo, and yes, will be asem about pay asem to Kabia man say. And Kwalana wom sisiano, and also a focus of Bia or so upon Mumi no Asembiano. That is what should be the focus. And Kwalawum and Kwalane woman ebisusa. Ntiano, and I was here about a dream cohono. Net the Obi Baye say, ni say, oh, Yawalewa, you here, the Anwaleono. Enti moma ya dream koso yi na ye ntimi make sure say society na breed no enkoye say obi na obi kobre na obi abesimu akiri ana say like ade enye na obi support because of me time me woman we ana pa me pe we asem nti and me kasa ansem we. No. That shouldn't be how the society should work. I was here build a society. You feel say we all belong there, and there is truth, there is fairness, and there is justice. But that's it.
You that's it. Nana question. That's it. Me patrol. Money. I need it. Monica Bremo. And I can't ready at Bremo.
I patrol. My ready. I was for me mama chair honey I drove baby a movie. Just a rather and Yamisha must say so far no. I think Kakrabin Ayana or more submissions in Yakasituchium. Dodona, they've tried to maintain a civil conversation.
At the part, me patrol me see from why a Yakra me basro, I'm so me by me why.
Your storage.
Nti oma mutima kivi conversation nse woni ya damase na ensem ma wa ha cheka kan nti mati bebre nti bia bebre but me ameni se me kasa nwa ori ana o kasa ya nza me kasa ne nsem no waka ni bebre na dodo na ye no kre ye Ghana mamre mu no aware miensa na court jitum said you know a friend ordinance Muslim for the and Islamic marriage and then your customary marriage na said you okay you know no crese say will be worry with ordinance a court worry and answer even worry was sorry them no wunya sign sa abain krata na. It trumps all other forms of marriages. But, brother, trumps on the journey say, no dimu as ne awaria Kenyana. And yes, as was saying, no, once or sign say, or the one Sakosha by which is ordinance, no, and only the supreme marriage, and unambra, ebu. Na, say be a wedding car where you be, a war, a mamre quanso. Na wo fa chi kware obi foforo ewo emra kwan mu a sa aware na wudi nkan ware amamre kwan so no ebegina I'm trying me bo me homodin say me chire bibi wa hase be ya nipa bete niam bi ase ye ka say ordinance basically the ultimate and no nche say ebi amawari adwa mansa ewo fie na mesema menyame honti makwakofa akosua menu ede nako akoye ordinance marriage court emfisa ordinance marriage no esan se medin kan wari obi wo mra kwanso so in as much as ordinance marriage trumps other forms of marriage it is important to understand say nipa na worry in fie no onwa na woni ne ordinance and it is fine and now say we din kan ye ordinance crowns and our bia but then the ordinance is supreme but say me ko worry obaby e wo fie kwan so na me fon na chi ko worry obi say ordinance if fie de no ebedimo having established that the person ye call and sim bebre ankophobia kan wa hase ebi aka ma na koyete se bia buru nipa bi neck time ma me pani no intina nsenke kan bi ne koso na kakra mehu no eya na me madwene mu de enkrofo a propagating maame na semma no omo beka na semma no ena sebi etwe ntawantawa bi maame no maame no kakra yehu yesi asema adanse ni ho no etwa ho bi ne de adanse maame ni yesheden nim the public life but kakra yehu media no so no hwe na obeyi obi a ompe no ho asem se onkanasem na metimi so ato aso aka se yesu bi a yehu owura na awuo no emma woni wo musan yi nyina obi ani ho a na opekasa na se ye better asem in fact ye come and I to say ye ketwa no na on de onenam no didi ngofo atem but asemi ba is obi ate ye ketwa na no asema on pega ne nsa wa ha no meka se sister na ko gina ba bia ka ABC enti mani mienu no ye hye danti obi ano asem maami kura ko sise na nsan ya ho ba kotoka ho asem bebre na nko obi ante maame na no asem ye ko benyina no obi ante wo mo no asem ye kan ze ko te dan ho abobo na nkrofo ye nti mesere ye ka me ye kan te se de ye no mo net dem obi timi ka koka se ye keto no class ne ho adane na enye dade lumba na one ne nyem ne nti ensem fata yimu bie ni ho a aware fo mienu no ne wo mo te dem na obi ka se yire ni nimba bia ye si ni kunu eni ade na dade lumba ye public figure intimi si ni sa me bisa o Ura Jerry John Rawlings obedi Ghana mampeni ye Fourth Republic onu na ye president odika obi nkyere me bia ye si sa papa no oyo mine japadi o enti ne papa mo wo so bi ehu bia de papa no to mu ani ni bia ye si papa no. Private matters must remain private matters. Sema ameno ebi kura bia ye si ni kunu no ebi kura wonim fi se ne mane be yi no enti minyi ntumu se ebetimi akosie papa no bra ne ma enim baby ayesi no na ese kan ntu a ekato enti ne mani huna den a omubehu enti mi antena media no so verify yereketo anasa yerepani say we na yesi me asemwe the bia I try to make sure say baby asem ne wono ye kanu emra kwanso okay court no ade pawdin kan ka asem nkasa no me ka che se me kan ya de bi wa makotwe the judgment document from earlier ruling no na me read ade the burden of proof in any legal case no na whoever is alleging wa wo bo bi kwadu wa wo kokoto ho se yenka asem bi se ma ono una the burden of proof se obe kire se wasem a wo ka no edimo no una na sa asudie no wo so na the only time the burden of proof no ebe shift from near war allege and answer plaintiff no time plaintiff netimi make substantive case bi e de adanse aba na fi adanse ne ma asem ne ko plaintiff ne fa no na court be hwe animu se wona wo defend wo ho no wo de adanse a ebru de plaintiff no e de ba ye ne so se be ya it will tilt the scale of balance in your favor. Want to go church in Zimusina and yes, me obfuscation. I'm not trying to obfuscate anything. Me peseni party and Yamase Ghana Mamrano. Yana ye camera and Simbi say, or my name Nimrenim. Na Idua and I'll be say, Emra mining. You will be a friend of rules of evidence.
My memory was incorrect. I did you say so. Me make earlier submission say we ordinance our nasa our Arabia exists here. That ordinance no I'll be any our Arabia be contract after ordinance no void me boy.
Yes.
Already a year we marriage act.
No, but I some kind no. Okay, say ordinance marriage no ever cancel any other marriage. Customary marriage or ordinance marriage be cancel no.
Well,
I don't make catch say enya
well. In the case of that Lumba Assembly America,
Okay, now also don't take my time. I'm trying to educate Ghanaians, Mr. Mo.
Because they have education to help themselves. Already Marriage Act, no, 1884 to 1985, Cap 127, no, and they're talking about ordinance marriage. So if anybody wants the link, now meet me put it under like the comment section. They should go and find it and read it for themselves. I will not go into details, but a bit more to
what threw me off me thought parting, but I'm going to try and then stay on track. But now you see, as the issues are coming, people are trying to set boundaries. Let's keep it at that. Emrano, it is not always clear cut. You make a question say, Enkovobia Kase, judges, your friend is saying corrupt, and a chronona, will be na justice didn't prevail. Mr. Mo say, Asemno, the moment I'll bet say ruling be a banner. Bloggers need to be a carrying a story. Into a honey shedding here. There are so many platforms and means I'll be to every decision of the court to read. And to do yourself a favor, go find the court document and read. Ebeboa will be brave. I can so be with the blog. Yet I say bloggers in because I heard the talking point of some people. Then you say but it was substantiated in court say you and Huadi Ofie. Or they are done hereby. In fact, in the court document that is in front of me right now, or substantiated say, in the case of evidence, okay, one credible witness is sufficient. So when you are dancing, ni ba kumpu, na se court ni carry ni who say, na se ma wokan idimwa, it's enough. Intimi any pattern a dance here na ansana court ajati mu say ebia saada na asemnisi na me atade blue si na nipa baako no kai da no o kai ba bia na me wo kai atade na me hye court jitu mu say am pass atade na me hye ne eno na brante ne kana baba wa ne kana it's enough. Intimacy mayam fagana mran entwitwi form kase ena ma ewiase nyina hwe Ghana yes say Ghana mra esanza nko kwanti mamemra di ntia me kase yebu enema bi animtia in the name of the nkrofo akeka yes ena yes ma amenekra ono otete ni nzembo ha me kaniba mintimi famanonka nzempatame. But let us yinti break mesere. So all the evidence quarter, okay, especially when it's a foreign law, it must be authenticated. It was say your standards I will say meaty and some media free. Kroba Akosua akokrobiso. Mr. Nipa be 500 na wa homa iso. Eye den obi wo ha waware e Ghana. Aye se obeba be fa obi ananse waware and why na se obeba be fa ne ho kanie free Ghana akwa abroche. Your processes are your marriage certificate FM near my obey and son I had you on crata now the buy and to say idimu inti who can in one make who are control. Tell me boy will be interested and yes I am fine in your crata and fine here. There are rules that governs these things. Inti court in Indian no hurry and was the other buy and a extract. Inti mean to say a authentic document. The patrol what they make an answer. What's me to say authentic document? Any precedent to that, na court na mo kwan say for wadansi a marriage certificate emra omane be bosumi. That is the duration of the whole process, but it was only if anything extract and no more the buy me patrol. Moving the man si born say eno chese mamini ni marriage certificate. Me, I don't belong to that school of thought. Almost because I went in here and proven to chese in your no. But your quarter, you head your quarter now. Eka. The old lawyers ebeba beka. the defendant lawyer Baba Beka, judge is an impartial arbiter in the case. On what you for no they are to Mrano, said dear Namrano, Eka. Inti no where no was woji to many. Obia who quite say, it's a court casting be, Nasa won't tear Oko appeal. On my initiative appeal process now. Mr. Yenya abutre eno nje say asem de enka ye ni peye den ye betutu ni srani abasa but let the appeal process flow ye wa haya ni court ne be kwa ka bia na ye wa ye bi hu asem we so I want to go back to it now be can say maame no enkrofo bisa se wo ba be ye den me ni oba be ye den fa me ho me I have no right to ask the woman say obey ye den wo Ghana o ye Ghanaian Biedi bibia to nchen ya we Ghana ni enti se wo free akwanto mu na ze wo pese wo ba fia se ni pe wo wi asi nyina pese wo mkohia na it's her own cup of tea and as wo pese wo fo elu plane na wo gina plane na pampem a eno nsi yo no anasem people grieve differently enti mesre se wo timbi na se wo ni se niema bi a wo ye no ensem fate kunania it is not your place to determine how someone mourns. Mr. Ye can't seem be a mayan coco be brace and or for Gina Castle and just any realm who any idea. In any case, me Kasawa here Obekasa be time with him. But in any case, some one party say, Mammy no abandon the marriage. So if she abandoned her marriage, that's what for Gina Castle and Kayadena will say. Wafo jina kaso so inti my mfaya dwene nkohode nkrofo ye ne de hu hia train na ye how the court proceedings pans out then you would know afi memra sim we so tia na nkrofo so nya kwan kasa
so kasa na ayayi ye
pass ba ko so na ma de sia ma people spoke longer than I am speaking but I mean bra about properties eho hia mi ye na nkrofo bebre ka se maame ne ba no obekire ne dwapade ewum ne ono ne yebo mu ne e de ama no me pa mo cho emra no it doesn't work like that nipa na wawu no se bia buru se bia nya do sisi anu ni ho no abekire se de maame ne ka no e yampa na se nyampa. In any case, the burden of proof when it comes to alleging say or contribution in any property, that falls on her. And I don't know what court will ask her, would ask for her to bring. And sana wajia tumse bia property A, B, C or whichever say wom. Also, a paper back to say nipana will or ye will. Is that will credible enough to be accepted by a court of competent jurisdiction? Enti asem no enyam ban resolution here. Mesre ye ka maye ntwetwea nkoye nkrofo no bi kasa jase o abeka bi kwa na ye ye o ha obi anya abofra ye mu bi ye hu susua so ye kan ye mfie kirewa o ye mbehye obi ani ho a we abofra wa nipa wa adwene. Let people think for themselves. Imposing na mo kasa twetwe nipa anim te se de obi a wo defend the party bi no onim ne hoye Mama running panning out. Na said the one page mo hopes high no. Se mo kokot na se ko bodi mo. Mo besa betana ha be ye judges no. But that is not how the law work. My advice is asem neba a white document in a court in the Bible, na can be. That is how you know how things are moving. But I must say.
Okay, yeah, that's a bit okay. But the dynamic we are just by way of education. Obi can say obi a customary marriage, not say o move on ekoye marriage under the ordinance render customary marriage null and void. But we in the situation of we pertaining to Mama Akosua's Serwaa omu case no. But then for education purpose no, generally it's not factually right. The truth is, so we are customary marriage because I am polygamous niti. We be move on acquire another customary marriage. We be customary marriage is no be great because some marriage trend no I am polygamous and in sequence all those marriages no I am rendered active. What I say? Name because marriage under ordinance no monogamous ninti. So we customary marriage first. Now we move on no same person no bema no. We move on so another marriage under ordinance. Marriage under ordinance no legally no invalid. Why? Because when you can a customary marriage and when you accept ordinance marriage now, it means that the first person now worry no under customary law no or no marriage no be cancelled. And law no ever negate the second one that came. In Mami Akosua Serwaa at the end of the day, and yes, ananeti or no one or customary marriage no or no one or some movie on acquire ordinance marriage no. And in that instance, ordinance marriage no or no then ordinance marriage ni no ebe tiki ebe supersede ne customary marriage no. O kasa dia me no ya adwen na mumu koka say so bi ware under customary law na o movie on acquire ordinance marriage. Ordinance marriage no ebe negative first one there enya no kre because onya movie on ekwe ordinance marriage ni pe because all customary na no ye polygamous niti ebe negative the latter and it nya sa education we right na fan ya manem frafra wadaroma.
Yeah, mamemrem quickly just because you are rebutting that say a same person na nipa na ware na okay say me ni Akosua aware e wo fi ni ya sa de ensa kohye abanmra ase ya yentemu no. It is the ordinance that supersedes.
I know the man can say,
establishing the man can say,
no, American was there are some American, not a different marriage. Aside, they are not they still already.
I think I'm sure more. With the mom, you knew your example. With the mom, you know.
I don't know.
Miss Ose, debut. Me can say. What is okay. Right.
I think me establish or has say a mom you know. Me the mom you know a dance nipa baby or me boy be interested me boy. Se me worry ajoa e wo fie na me ko fa chiri se me ko ware mansa wo quarter. Court in fees a ware no. Fi se ma ware obi wo fie dada. Cause what happens no, I don't know what kind of say, court a worrying, a bit if you na my him, but say, I joanna me worry no na, and I miss handing a court aquasin sign, and I say, you committed this vestry, aqua sign or that one stands, but say, be a my worry, person A, na ma ko abontia ko worry person B, but A ni fee B a court in B, you know, because my worry will fear that. That is what I was saying.
But
I make a big for her.
The customary holds. First one you hold, and no first one and invoice.
Yes, customary will hold because my what you didn't but mammy cho say my worry Akosua mansa will fee. Okay, my Akosua mansa and court. Na ma fe kira kwa ware adwoa but me the adwoa ko quarter the A will hold B won't hold. Why? Because ana the make can still want to say
right okay you can right because the moment I buy ordinance no
na dia na make can different assistant ne was say Jose man can say no
that be okay say basa the court will accept both.
No madam Benjamin no obi enyo kwa na wa hasan for being no. I before I don't argue like that.
Okay, you.
I think the reasoning behind the law is say ordinance and monogamy.
Yes,
it is a ordinance now. The first one. It is how the law no make room for ambiguity. Send a bit clear say either you go out of the customary before you move to ordinance. To prevent like cheating like other partners into normal arrangement.
Understand that because but
customary marriage you could marry as many as you want.
Yes, customary marriage the same person. Okay, it involves the same spouses. Ono na ye ware ne bom so wo fie no. Ono na omo Allege se omo ko Germany no. Omo ko ye ne civil no and as ordinance marriage no. So in that case, ono ne de no the customary only the ordinance only trumps ono ne customary no ye obom so no. Okay, But say fanese ma worry maame Akosua Serwaa wo bom so na mamfana nkoko tibia na makwa ware adwo amansa wo US court no say asemba yimfi adwo amansa asem na me ware wo US court. Why? Because there's an existing customary marriage which allows polygamy. It is adwo amansa na mko ware no US obeji ato se sa ade na ikoye no hold you court, but e be fie there it's different. And yes, the customary marriage will supersede whatever we went to do because it wasn't to the same party.
Okay, Pacho, make it typical example. Senka Lumba Ware Teresa and San
Lumba Ware,
Akosua Serwaa or ordinance or Germany.
I find the Senka Ware Teresa, Ewufi, a year Kotoko residence, Bawamfana and Court. And Uncle Ware, Mammy Akosua Serwaa or Germany. Okay, Omumi and Nintemno. Ghana mamremuno yem feed your course or Germany no. Why? Because it wasn't done to the same party. And already there's an existing marriage, customary marriage, recognized by law, and that marriage in and of itself is polygamous in its nature. Into my own ma wari dodo, but untimi nka se ma wari obi asifie eye wa wari Teresa na wa fa chiri enye Teresa krona na okọ wari no koto afa cha ko wari obi foforo wo court afi court ni de ni metwa ni oye wo fie nim saa ne de enye adwuma. If you didn't be to me, but say if you ni pana me worrying and Teresa no worrying no fee, and a Teresa Crona or worrying no quantum said a mammy Akosua Allege see any dia, then it will make her case valid.
We ain't na be na kase enka maame Akosua Serwaa de no otimi be prove
so to me prove ni so the certificate na ya enka wari bi
o prove everything will end.
Yes, okay.
So to me the certificate ni ba say sisi ano ho obi
me for questions na me bisa we so enti what will make a civil marriage no like certificate no not be recognized? What are some of the things that recognized?
But mommy take your time. Rules of evidence, the mark court and just a certificate no it doesn't exist though. But what says so what the certificate me pull it part of the document and also 49 pages document but I'll try but the court in the kind say it's an extract. They wanted a true copy. Court no ni nyansem no ogituma enyi because that document no ni nyansem court when we talk about court enyi nipa na ote ho na obu asem no. The court is bigger than the entity who is ruling on that. So let's
that's
court ni say onu ni nyansem no. Evidence no by which is marriage certificate which is a way of proving the legitimacy of any union and a marriage, Also, it's an extra to it cannot be accepted by the court.
What is an extra?
What
is an extra?
Mami ready court
yeah, she has
or they reject documents already evidence act now. Evidence act Evidence Act section 161. Or say foreign documents must undergo strict authentication to be admissible. The court decision is said that authentication process like the certificate required authentication process. Therefore, ultimately implicit weight also. What I say? So into they don't see it as a valid civil marriage. That was the decision of the court.
Yeah, Musa, yeah, boy, it's maybe say what are some of the things that authenticate these things and my authentication, because I know I have my certificate. In person who say a photocopy be normal the buyer and extract.
No, you can have your certificate.
Original certificate.
You're confused. I was about Kokasamanity as here. They also catch and say, on Shagana, no Corona or the Becona Yagan and Kwa. Saudi Bequa America, Quacha America, yeah, the document be Brahma, Quine Ben Suro, Mufasu Ejeno, or Mu court, and any government institution. Krobia or Nidia. It's Ghana, dear, no, a tres saying. Into Muko Ghana, foreign affairs in the Mumbusa, and Amuntape, a bachelor. Ekyere wa next time say wo ye bibia na wa fasa kwan no say na be ya uduru wonum na anka che so koyesi ana koyesi.
Okay, because what I know is, to say me 2 point, me call UK, me the marriage certificate, I me call yeah, them share me some like this is your copy of your marriage certificate. That is what I used to apply. And I filled all my form and then I used it to apply. Bedroom, Habibia, or more person, or Muyabia, and then I'm a present. Even it's not the physical distance, but I have it on my phone, soft copy, no, and when I'm the apply, and then there's never been an instance, and I it's because Andrew court there's never been an instance of marriage.
Mese Krobia me de kanka bibi tro se Krobia e okwanya ofaso gene die
gene ne ma ti Ghana de ne de
it Ghana de be different from London a be different from America a be different from Togo
ne Ghana ye hu ne ma doso
Debi ye Ghana ye hu ne ma doso ye obibu onu po Ghana de no 2 but se wo ko Krobi so onu ma be 4
because it was made simple.
Mavis, Mame enumerate way. In the case of Mame Serwaa, and I say as somebody free Germany, well, legal document free Germany, back Ghana no. Unya never best 7. But we say so the original German marriage certificate, and we are 1,
which is current.
2. Yes, which is current. We have the German authority authentication, and also we have a legislation by a German foreign office. And we have endorsement by Ghana embassy or Germany. We have a certified English translation. Affidavit. Yes, Germany. Also, you translator no. Also, you certified. Stamp PC translation now.
Into Ghana foreign affairs or Germany.
Yes, Germany. Yes. Now what's where affidavit also so what I say. In case there's a validity of where certificates in doubt, I know the other affidavit better so. And now a proof of service on the opposing party. And it's where we as I said, parties not being involved now in the case, all this document we now mom 7 clear days.
No more check. He says a agreement, and your photocopy.
Yes, we are easily verifiable. Yes. Uncle records it's a matter of 7 clear days.
Now, court lawyer who are pre according them or dibimu, but who are pre them.
And or there could go. That is a mistake. And I say, you're committing it to straight proof in the moment. I say, yeah, John on yes, Jake, into the whole thing.
Your sentiments.
Lawyers now almost say
and yes, all the original documents in the question
attended to the court.
Evidence I want to say.
Yeah, you give them copies.
You give them a copy.
Okay.
It's part of the rules of evidence. Ultimately, Fabi Bia and the surprise opponent or court. Okay. At the croning here ahead of time. Yes, I court to acknowledge that evidence now. So this thing we are talking about is more technical than emotional.
And then no, you see, then it's Ghana and Yamani be I think so we need to upgrade certain things and that it cannot be changed.
That's because what I was saying.
If you send it to like I say if you are UK highway or the court baby so yeah, I think this certification and other stuff no and you know but
my sister
realize, no,
my sister
madam court case on say who the madam on say the who the UK in case
and case
a civil procedure na wo name.
Okay.
You are just trying to get certain documents and I say a certain immigration benefit now person will enjoy. In Tina, they will assist you with the process. But when you're coming to court,
Ghana my sister Miss Roma must have
the original copy. Me me permit. Me pre-settled status. me the omuma me original copy and de buy and no crana me no na ma laminating wo Ghana because say nsuo to a ya announce Ghana baby a nsuo kakra na flood ni we ntimi laminating no omo ka che me say lamination na maye no enye valid enti na se me frefie e mo mo san ko e koje me copy ne yen fambre me
there is a reason is I want to be check laminated one no say original and I say original need to
omo photocopy cra omo demand the original
no my sister but Debbie o maybe be ama o mbe kire say you have proof say wo obi enti wo di bi ba kra enye late o mbe ma o kwan eno no kire say wo obi but o mbe ma o kwan say fa original one new one ba so one farmer o mbe back say 1 week o mbe ka say atwem but so di bi kire o mo a they know say wo obi into o mbe ma extended time.
Okay. Yeah, to say now can bear say 1 month is a main fan provide the original one. And I even college me say me apply for I have say me me post degree almost postgraduate almost say main fa original me copies Narek na my Eric Nina no almost demand me original copies and I miss had the course to move. Emo mo share ya ansa na mo attach to meaning na nti probia woni procedure say na wo ka no pepepe mi wo UK ye omo nji photocopy ti say na Mrs. Tanika I don't know
so we hear anything na it involves something official ya na ye ding so mo beji photocopy sometimes even your photocopy no
boss who can say ya am for tiase so who your application na Udi copy the memo omo but da u ko ho no udi original one be kwa omo di o me nia hu say eno
a true and na me ba so no he no me ma no hezi o
me patro do me
mani kasa
ode ko ho but the can kwisi ni say ade na ye keka ne sana legal issues on home. And to say the betina ha na ye keka na ye dwapade na me I always prefer say ye be fa asem no one issue at a time. Sisi ano ye nyam kwa dwapade eche ho recently matters almost letters of administration be a file over baby and we see and one say me e be anwumere ba ha ye be ka ho atem and one say me be brave but let ye nyam kwa ho cause how do you even execute a letter of administration say be anipa no well and then you need so many like uhia busuya uhia emma uhia yerenom.
Something is wrong with him. And now
there are so many issues legally. One issue at the platform is no when you be free now there are two to do say namrane say na said that me yamadi ametinia to say your doors on Hamaman Crawford can be a break on and your best back.
I try for me to make us.
I'm good.
Agreement so.
Only him going?
No, he's going.
Let's come on chop.
Yes. Thank you. Sorry about that.
I try me to make us.
Madam Pacho, as a platform, no, yeah, over to me, Akasa.
Pacho, that's it. And not me so many kakra na me pesa me can say. Ye mo bebre no akwaya ti say ya fa ade no so personal. Ana ma entiase ade ne da hokra na esi yesua. Ye mpese ye besua. Emfa ho baabi a wakomada. Bebre na metie me gina so ache ansa na me request na obi make comment say obi a sorry amami Akosua wa bre wa yese na brochire ana obeko obane be chat ken bra abroche ye mo bebre wa ha no musi dodo na aye me say ye gina media no so ye kasa no obi ebre NSA UK awonu akọ pa me ho ba bia me we kura -6 ma fema ko fa me ba e wo school de naba ma nanti akọ ananti aba me san ko adwuma enti ase wom obia ebre But the fact remains say even wukun wo ho ena ye ka enkrofo bi empese mo beti ase wonu wukun abobra wonu wukun wo ho moti ho kama eba ne se ntokwa waware mu obi ate ase sa na se watumi wukun yare anaso wo de dabi wukun sorry ya na osi o media me ko Ghana maintenance biu na wo waware ordinance ukita wo certificate kita wo bibia original shi nim wonya shi da unfa onkrata nko ware obi unfa onkrata nya basa na se wo hu se be ma kotena Ghana na wo se wo hwe enkola umma na enkola no so omunya se even kra se mefa no so ye toddler mpoa na se okọ preschool na se we kra na e wo mo mutumi makwan holidays no say July how many months na wom of 6 weeks ubetumi abefie abehwe de ekoso wo wechi ya maame ne de to be honest na me felema no mi bu no me point na me gina so maame enu ni na me like me tiom motima because why na ekoso yo mope eye be ma ne koye ana me ne wa ye gina so ye kabi ene de ya na fi me na me mpe atesem de fi nkrofon na nkasa omo make your analysis omo nkasa enu masem na me de aya asem went to me ankashi what na wa my one for man koda na obema no etumi atena ho odobro ni yenim de oka kire no ma Akosua yenso yenim de oka kire no no wakotena ho na waye din na wantwa wani in 15 years or 17 years me really we say 4 times ana waba Ghana 4 times na fe die papa wu ya wo say me nkwani yen frɛ me so oyere na
bepacho unim na more times that lumba ko
o kasa no mambemu okranti na me kasa mpacho mambemu
mpacho me obi kasa mo miema ni nwie adepa me se osi mi ho na fa obi mesaba me wase ha
you okay that
na omudi
apart from one am submission bi
bebre na omudi ye maami Akosua eti omo set him legal wives no bebre na no omo kasa with emotions too much aso odobro ni no onye nipa yanya de esa obi wo se side chick by side chick for bebre de bia make say side chick for nso ne yaware ne yete ho no mo se legal no so no bebre no so mo mani aware
Monica won kasa
afe na me kasa o
okay Monica na kasa
me na me kasa wohu oba ye no daddy lumba asem start ye ne ni bibia eba ne sen me patron se dede wo ho nti me nti de ekono no so be kasa na other background obi to me the moment obi be kasa fi odobro ni side pe na obi after this so distracted which is very unfair so
Boatima ana only say ya fa
Daddy Lumba ba yi obetna oba Ghana how many years so what the young funny say would the bro chef forma so one face you engu would the seed in chef form no one face you engu so anya bia to me fifi ana enti say you say e mami enu ni na no o ma bre but ade na initially no o mo fa ne say eye kwakwa oba no odobro ni na ede na waye anase den ye refi di okotam o haw ne de baaye mi baabi ana mi di wieni na no eno na nkrofo bi mpeti o ka na no to mu ye din enti se na wo ka wa no to mu ye din se wo mpeso begu ewukun anim asia then de wo ye sisi ana enye nim biase se letter na ba ye na omo se ye ka ne sen me obi kan se letter na ba out no said that the lumba or calling a bluff no me share wo rush hour Minya letters ni na mudi beto ho making kanye. The na say Daddy Lumba deny fight ni so was 17 children. But no okole we with the blood say 10 days she can go ahead. Nyoma ka wo mu ni bebre ne. It's not true. That doesn't mean say odobro ni no na wonka se wonimu no. Brimpoma ene ebusuya no a omu ni ye bese ye hu se Daddy Lumba okopre ahindie no wo ho no na pa akoso ho no anka se okọ ana na wonko ho obeme bi wo ho no ma ono no ni mebusuya na wo fi mu no enti ono ne busuya na we make no be decide say mempese wo be ko han so onfa wunchia because ebia no nkasa no or one or two reasons bia o believe in superstition say ebia me ko hon ma baby be ye me.
Madam Monica, who we are met me abusa question.
Ubetumi ebisa me. Enti no nyoma koso no ese ye na ye ntiase se ma ye se ye respect ma Akosua na so dobro ni ya respect na enye fair. Emami no na play part wo Daddy Lumba life mu ade na se ye gina baako na ye ma baako ensu na ne ranwo ye ni abadaye mpo se obi se identity na ne manketo ye kase ne manketo anye bia no ma Serwaa mai anye bia no man kase betumi ayo ma bia ne adio ba sho dobro ni mai hweketwa ne kro wom bone ben ya mami wa oye se ya uba yanka hwini ho mona mosie bebre se anye onu mini bebi omokoto yo monsemfi ana oye made when wo dawa esogu nanu a won tafre minya sure se odobro ni na wo se no tiwe na wa kono o chesi se Daddy Lumba mepewo nisa eti ya ade a ya nto yebo na de emra na kano Ghana no yebu ni se won hu ye ya brochefo no bebre no me de me hu se me ye Ghana ni me hu se me ya brochre ni Ghana na ya no mutiete ni so se oho no emre ni ho wo se emre ni ho afa emra nso diwa wo se da lawyer kusi no wo ho no me bra panyin oye lawyer ni Nensem ni bi wo hono ma so papa gina ho na okasa na mi hu so yesi onlusu ye ka na sen case de yam say the first time ni I thank God so mu change say chief justice na no wo hono and ama lawyer for mo ye papa eni omo nye papa ni na epie wo ye lawyer wa ko school me nye law na wonnim se wo client de wo kwei obeka kire emi nanse mi benya case bi wo edwuma mu nya se omo compensate me nipa medical to nenim no o ka kire me se yese wo de sheda koje medical report kasa wo yare kasa se wo hia eduro ni wie o kire me de emeye o eduru so a wie na wo betumi enya so omo compensate wo hanoma wo de genesa wo ko tribunal ebeye se enti nipa ne be guide wo ma a kire bibia onimu de eko but one as a public sympathy or sorry a first letter mama Akosua tro ba me kra me ka mama Akosua ani ye buade nti ye be ne den or they call or trauma the first letter by second letter and sana baba Jamal ne mo ba responding ba mi tie lawyer kusi no wo ye interview waka chom said David da ebusua penye sorry ya na o troma ne sai o ma ne nyekuna na o ma ne nyekuna we de wati bi da na ntokwa na mo pese ebesi ye kro no mo hwede ekọ sisi ye di emotions aka ho ma Akosua wana adofo odobro ni so wana adofo tnam ai sebola suja ana de na ekọ why na create say problem we eye lawyer kusi no krene da ho onka oye ya na lawyer case we dey say we dey yatenete uko yensu no wani nkogu ase yes authentication when to me anya oba ye o say judge say ade na pai sisi a wo san kwa wo kwa koji letter of administration into who procedures na wo de be ya ansa na nipa netu anamo what's akoka ho na wo de nkrofo emotions di agro yenya biesa it is time say yenya ye wo ho no yenso ye besua me asem ye si mesua ne o ma bebre film me call na se nipa na wo kasa no so oye illegal wife most of them no emotion ti no bako me nka so mu na ana omo kasa sebe uti nyansa semwum but wo hwe omo a odobroni efo na omo yewe utumi se Leonard omo kasa ema wo ti ase wo ukwa wo hia enu ase na me wo platform bisu na metie omo kyerɛkyerɛ de na ekɔ ne wie obi ba ho no ye legal wife na ni buofu no watutu agum wo ka wo nipa na kyerɛ mu sɛ de ontie bi kura na akoya asɛm sɛ daakye ode bɛbɔ ne bra ena meka sɛ yes sister yikin sɛ na UK wo nya bi me wo UK school keke kura wo kɔ no wo nya original certificate na wo de akɔ ehefa na wo kwa wo beka se wo kwakọ wo di fi kuro bi so di akọ na wo de ye ka na sen photocopy na kwakọ ye ka lawyer sai o say me document na ye fake no we create nipa wa manipulate ka bom enti media me ninna mu no me ka na se lawyer kusi no omo ama me Akosua na ma me Akosua oba ye nkrofo mu tu ne fo me asem start ni na nka ma me na nko ni problem ba wotumi hu se media for na ya na create say problem ni ana lawyer kusi no wotumi hu se ne sika wo hia enu nti na push ma me na tiko okunani we de eye akwala class 1 kra betumi aka ukunewu una wusi ukuno legal wife waba when you see odobro nyo ya akwala wo ye made fine ukunewu want to me ama wo o sisi omo justify ka say time na ye di ba be ye no na aben time be na aben omo ka ye ko ayi omo de junction itu yi so a omo ye se wie ni enya na ayi sa ohini kro ya omo kwatena ase Ghana ohun ya fa bibi kwa ohini ya omo ko ye omo na omo kwatena ase a ebusia panyi betena ho se maami Gina any papa she share no wa be say 30 minutes papa ni pie ba ye na o se ya odobroni fa ni certificate in bra set time na so papa she na nkasa confirming so wo YouTube say omo odobroni apa maami Akosua cho bone be na lady ya ye wodi ye fa ni say ye wonua ba ana so wo so maami ana wonua ba na ye ma Akosua ye Akosua nkebe ye wode apa ni cho se no onim oni na busuafo ina say no onim say that the lumba no wo yere because o kan say we gine yere na wa kan say ye edi abiom na chenchina achi ge yin ko pachew ana o fa nkosi hin obi obema pa to mika bi say oba the 1 year 70 wa 15 years awo bebre awona na ye we hin ana say eye den na esi kwan edena na esi kwan obi awo na awo no so ye di champo a obi ane se na Nyankopon last me hu obi wo crime scene no se den wa wo se 20
money pacho
wa wo 20 Monica ya dia Monica manu se mate
yo mudas
exactly
pacho for one see me be mo na ma chese me draw attention se for one see mame.
Oh, maybe manu emidisi ni se eya na team legal wives no omo try so omo be hia de ye ka asem na mo use emotion ni too much ye na ye hia de ni ye fa ye se ye ba obi krom ni ye bu se obi krom no ye nya ne sa ya ye krom ye nsusungu ye krom na animas na Ghana na emrafo wo ho pa nkrofo akọ school omo nimde obi tumi be bobra wa abrochire no wasan akọ Ghana no wasako Ghana akwala akra wa bon wo Ghana wo de ni ba UK ana me aside UK me nko ba bia it me de have example akwala wa bon wo Ghana wo de ni ba UK or topic class enti o ma mugu Ghana no o mu ni made yesu so ngu ye krom anim ase ne de manu esi
ma obi ban ad pa me answer lady me pa I think so we get my asem ne wrong me say me send me documents, just my original certificate. I made my applications, and I didn't add anything, but it went through. And Obesha me say, it's not a court, and I say it's not a legal thing. It's not it's just a civil thing that may it go through. But when it comes to a legal thing, the process is different. So I'm not saying
Debbie, and you will make us and general message says na wo can say wo say wo kwa na here so original me kasa in general. So what you actually what you see? Then I'm imagine from now me so support Mame Akosua, but nipa no all children woman at least what ye what am I saying? And I miss me can say me so me waha stay omoje into one wishia so won you mo wishia by bebre no wo ho no mo na omushia ye yaka to atu omutim no eno a me ma me kra ka ho me ma me
enti what okay yeah probably mate me me na me kasa me na me pacho na me bisa asem kakra sister Monica enti say Ghana no ye fa ne say ye wa consume no ma me Akosua say I don't know what is preventing her to get all these things but ya adisua say the omo kan ya adisua pa be ma ye say so uba na obeware na what a certificate na ye mfa nye marriages no and then any penny pass or civil marriage obi enim sampa wo ye warefo a ye ware wo mbrema nkemra no under normal circumstances no enye bi aponto mu nsem a anka wo na wo ye yire ka obi ti ho nya yire na emomre bi a wo de wo certificate na wo marriage na kwa ware ana wa kwa identity omo de mra momu abehwe
Pepe. Okay, so what you say? Because
Matia, probably me. I'm just thinking, say, ebia ye process here na me ya, ebia bibi aba ma ne de certificate na ye bibi, yetimi de ware, yetimi de ye bibi, anti ebia na I say this. Wow, that is good. But to say the work can we speak with emotions. Yes, you are also speaking with emotions. Say we should consider the manner and then at least we
sister yenti a me be mu wo me ka wo say me say eme no nanka deal nanka sa na me blame no e ma me enu na anya eboni o so what you say me no deal no from day one deal na me blame no because me ne wo ni enyina ho na won say ma ye ho atamfo ya wo ne mo deal okoka kire odobroni.
Yes.
After one name the catch Mame Serwaa the first time I me home say Mame we swam e suno ehia no. So what you mean to me maybe very good.
Me kai say almost say Mame Serwaa 15 years when she hold that but I say they made the so bit at least about 4 times.
Oh, for me and me kai say 4 times. My say
yeah. So okay, so it's true so obaye. Enti
the latest one no say and not before that day we hear ni mami eyin it is that time na wo hwehwe na
mama o da me bi sa
no wo ho
sa sem na mo ka me nti ase mami Akosua no ka se woni impress la wo na mo ka try se oni impress la nti the man never ho no mo hu press la me ka nkyere no
and when I meet you or no because almost only
and then madam and probably you won't see on person will bet Mami Akosua nka baby so onim press la da onim no and then so onim nimpo no oba yo be hu ye obeti now okay wonim tell dey nya atete no one to say alo okoja alo de asi kwan mo bi frame Mami Akosua ka hye ne say ehu etwa odobroni ne luba picture ko kire no
Aisha mudi asem de me mfa nya atem
mesra me ka say me pese busa Monica asem Tama Monica kasa
you also speak with emotions
Monica
that there will person will be
emotional me part say
Monica kasa me request some person busa no question ko wi
me pa macho me selamo ha ye kire ya adwen wa ha se obi kire na adwen wo bisa questions o ansa wa that's the way ko ye ni obi susu aye de ama ne submission bi nyesa ye bi omo nipa bebre ni gira fam e bi susu gira ha omo susu wo so omo nkasa ye me selamo adaroma mo aye nya ne tenten esa na ama obi susu ntibi nkasa bi da why me selamo
Madam Monica.
Yes.
Mr. Okasa na Oka about emotion and me say the person says yes.
Mr. For submission bra. Not the person address no address.
Okay. Me there be no person odium enema me say for the sake of time me we are. Someone no person me address ni say obi be kasa ma obi emotional. Human beings, we are born with emotions. Irrespective of where you find yourself, when you are talking emotion in one way or the other, emotion baby. But as some I was say, mechanic say, nipa na ya no. Or emotion say he will feel betrayed and our own feeling, or be feeling the same way. Also you will feel say nipa na ya no uncanny. It is obi can make us money emotion. Just allow the person to talk so that and let a peace prevail.